Thanks for joining us here today for another day of mobility. If you haven't already, let's assume the position, lying flat on your back. Nice comfy spot. Take a couple of nice deep, relaxing breaths. Direct that air deep into that diaphragm and slowly let it exhale. And keep breathing at your own pace, that nice rhythm that helps your mind find calm. And as you exhale that air, just imagine letting go of any negativity, any stress, any anxiety, anything weighing you down. Just let it all go. And we'll start to scan through the body, searching for areas of tension, any muscles that are carrying any tension that we don't absolutely need to exist right now. Just imagine letting it all go. Relaxing through your face, your shoulders, your pecs, your back muscles, your midsection, your glutes, your hips, your quads, your hamstrings, your calves, and your feet. Just feel yourself sink a little heavy into your mat. And we'll take one more breath here. We'll slowly exhale that breath. Now let's grab a lacrosse ball and take our attention into the left IT band. So when we say left IT band, we really mean the outer left thigh, searching through the outside of that upper leg, searching for areas of tension. And it could be anywhere from up right into your hip, all the way down to the knee, anything along that line. When you found your area of focus today, take your attention back to your breath. Nice relaxing rhythm of breath, shape of breath. Just imagine as you exhale, that target tissue just folding itself over top of that lacrosse ball, getting nice and soft and letting go of all tension. Directing that air deep into that diaphragm and exhaling through the nose if you can. Mentally go into your happy place, allowing yourself to enjoy the moment and enjoy some me time. Take one more breath here. Take your time sighing out that breath, and we'll transition into the right side. And if you found a good spot on the left, feel free to start in that same area on the right. And if it feels like it needs the same attention, let that be your spot. And if it doesn't, then keep searching. Feel out what needs the most attention on this side. Try not to fall into whatever's comfortable. Really search for what your body is telling you it needs help with. Once you found it, settle back to your breath. That nice relaxing rhythm and pace. It helps your mind find calm. And again, as you exhale, just imagine that target area just folding around that ball. Mentally just submitting to the position, allowing your mind to stay focused on right here and right now. Nothing else matters right now. Just you and your breath and some me time. We'll take one more breath here. We'll slowly sigh out that breath. And we'll take our attention to the left side hamstring. We find the hamstring easiest to access on a hard surface. So whether that's your floor, or a coffee table, or a countertop, or a chair, or a plyo box, whatever you have handy, we'll just sit on top of that lacrosse ball and search through the back side of that thigh muscle, searching for what needs attention, then experimenting with how we're addressing that area. We can roll on that ball, we can lie statically, we can get some motion through the knee. All of these are options to pick from, and they all work. You have to really feel out what your body's ready for today and what your mind's ready for today. This is your routine. Let the video be your starting point and your body's feedback be your means for refining the routine for your specific needs. Every chance we get, circling back to your breath. As you let go of air, challenge yourself to find a little bit deeper level of calm and relaxation. We'll take one more breath here. As you sigh out that breath, move into the right side. Searching through this right hamstring. It can be useful to start on the same spot you were at on the left. And that said, if it doesn't feel like it needs the same attention, keep searching. Feel out where your attention needs to be on this right side for you to get the most out of this routine, physically and mentally. And once you're there, going back to your happy place, that nice relaxing rhythm of breath. Let that breath just calm your mind. Let those calming vibes just permeate through your whole body. And scanning through your body, anything that's carrying tension any more than we absolutely need to hold this position, just let those muscles go to sleep. Let's take one more long, slow, deep, relaxing breath here. And we'll sigh with that breath. And we'll take our attention to your left side QL. So your quadratus lumborum, or QL, extends from the base of your ribs down to your pelvis, and it sits on the outside of your erector muscles. And if anatomy is not your jam, don't worry about hitting the exact location. Just go by feel. Settle into the general area, and then feel out what needs attention. We find it helpful to address this tissue by lifting your right hip slightly off the ground to direct that pressure towards your spine. It can also be helpful to move your hip through some range of motion, pulling the knee into your chest, doing a bit of rotation through the hip. Let the video be your starting point. And again, listen to your body to feel out how to work your way into what exactly your body needs. Once you're there, circling back to your breath, this relaxing pace of breath. And as you exhale, challenge yourself to get more passive. And we'll take one more breath here. Take your time sighing out that breath, and we'll shift back to the right side. Start with that quick search. You found a good spot on the left. Again, it's not a bad idea to start around the same spot on the right. Doesn't feel like it needs the same attention. Keep searching and experimenting, and settle into what this right side needs. Feel free to count the duration of your breath if you find that helpful. If you've never counted before, a box breath is a nice place to start. It's just a 4 count in, 4 count hold, 4 count out, and a 4 count hold. And if you start to count your breath, and that takes away from the experience in any way, don't bother counting. Just allow yourself to fall into a nice natural rhythm of breath that helps you get nice and passive and relaxed and ready to heal. We'll take one more deep, relaxing breath here. And as you sigh it out, we'll transition into a little lumbar traction. We find the most easily accessible version of a lumbar traction is just propping yourself up off the edge of a table or a couch. And the idea is to create a little bit of space in that lower spine and pelvis to create some breathing room and allow for better movement and function. As you work your way in, if you're having any pain, any feelings of instability, just ease off on that tension until you found the right amount for today. You can scale this up by leaning the small of your back against the object and gently pressing away. Whatever version you're at, just settle in. We'll take one more breath here. We'll sigh out that breath. We'll move to a left side pigeon. So let's come back to your mat. Step your left leg forward. And drop that knee out to the side, targeting that outer hip. And as you settle in, if there's any pain or discomfort in the knee, just shuffle your position. Find a version of the stretch that'll work for you. Should feel a nice gentle stretch through the outside of that hip. And let's settle back to your breath. As you let go of that air, just imagine softening through the outside of that hip. Just submitting to the position. And in a 10 count, we'll gently get active to attempt to reverse the stretch by attempting to press that left heel down through the floor. And let's go ahead, starting with nice easy tension, activating through your hip. Trying to rotate that foot through the floor to resist the stretch in reverse direction. Big tension to finish up. 3, 2, 1, and let's gently reverse. Activating the opposite direction. Trying to pull your hips and heel closer together. Deeper into that stretch, ramping up tension as we go. Let's finish with a big squeeze here. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's let go of that breath. Get nice and passive. Run through a quick checklist of all those muscles around your hips. Anything that feels like it's fighting the stretch, just breathe it out and let it go. Let's take one more breath here. And we'll sigh out that breath and switch to the right side. So stepping that right leg through, targeting that outer right hip in your pigeon pose. Settling into a position that allows you to target that outer hip. And once you've settled into that, turn your attention back to your breath. And with each passing breath, challenge yourself to get a little more passive, a little more relaxed. Relaxing through your face, your traps, your pecs, your back. And relaxing through as much of your hips as you possibly can. And in a 10 count, we'll gently get active through this right side, attempting to rotate that right ankle down through the floor using the hip. And let's go ahead, starting nice and easy. Slowly starting to ramp up that tension as we go. Let's give a good squeeze here. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's gently reverse. Trying to actively pull that right ankle and chest closer together, deeper into the stretch. Ramping up that tension as we go. Let's finish with a big squeeze here. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Big breath out, relax. Let's get nice and passive. Just submit to that position. Relaxing everywhere you possibly can. Let's take one more deep, relaxing breath. Feel that belly fill full of air on the inhale. We'll slowly exhale and relax, side out. We'll transition into a left side ankle traction. So we're going to firmly grab the foot and gently pull it away from your shin. If this is a new exercise, going nice and easy to start. If you're feeling any pain whatsoever, it's a sign to stop or slow down. The goal here is just to create a little bit of breathing room in that joint. A little bit of circular motion in the ankle can be helpful. Do your own experimenting. Feel out what your needs are for today. This is fairly active, but doing your best to stay passive around that ankle. Let's take a deep breath and sigh out that breath. And we'll transition to the right side. So let's settle into the right amount of tension on this side. And again, there should be zero pain, zero feelings of instability. If there's any of that, just ease up. Shouldn't feel much of anything here at all. This is just a chance to reverse the gravity. Allow those articular surfaces to glide a little better. And again, we're pretty active here through the arms, but mentally staying as relaxed and passive as you possibly can. And we'll take one more breath here. We'll slowly sigh with that breath. And we'll transition into a squat pose. So as you work your way in, we ideally want your hips sitting as close to your ankles as possible. But we're going to work within whatever pain-free range you have. So if you need to prop your hips up on something, a chair or a box or a pillow, feel free to do that. Just find a position you can relax in the very bottom of this squat position. Relaxing through the hips, relaxing through the ankles. There are some muscles we need to hold this position. Challenge yourself to relax everywhere else. And in a 10 count, we'll gently get active around the hip by attempting to press the knee away from your body using those glutes. And let's go ahead, starting nice and easy. Squeezing through those glutes, attempting to reverse this stretch around the hip, ramping up that tension. Finishing with a big squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Let's gently reverse, activating through the hip flexor. Attempting to pull the hips deeper into that stretch. Pulling the knee towards the chest or the armpits. Ramping up that tension as we go. 3, 2, 1. Big breath out, relax. Nice and passive again. Settle into the end of your pain-free range. And you may find yourself a little further into it. And if so, great. And if not, no stress. We'll get there. Continue to trust the process. We'll get there when your body's ready for it. And we'll gently get active around the ankle here in a few seconds. And let's go ahead. So imagine pressing your foot through the floor, reversing the stretch around the ankle, ramping up that tension as we go. Let's give it a good squeeze here, last 5 to finish. 3, 2, 1. Let's gently reverse. Trying to actively pull that ankle deeper into the stretch. Squeezing to the top side of your ankle, the front of those shins, pulling deeper into it. Ramping up that tension to finish. 3, 2, 1. Big breath out, relax. Let's get nice and passive. Just submit to that position. Settle into the very end of your pain-free range. Again, there should be 0 pain here. Challenging yourself to get more passive with every exhale. And let's take one more nice, long, slow, deep, relaxing breath into that belly. We'll slowly let go of that breath. And we'll call it a day. Thanks for joining us here today. Hope your hips and ankles are feeling great. Hope you enjoyed the routine. If you did, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.